Are we back?
Uh,
It's been so long.
I think
Are you back on air?
I
Are we back on live?
suppose.
It's been the ages, the dark ages has happened.
Okay,
Oh
yep,
god.
we're back.
The seventh revolution happened. It was terrifying. Everyone had swords. Oh god. I got poked with a tiny stick. It hurt a
Oh, we're
lot.
back.
We're back.
No, we're not.
We're not back. I lied.
I lied.
See,
Oh, are we
other
Whether
back
this
than
now?
part
like
two, kind of part three at this point.
Kind of,
part
yeah.
7,
Part
we're having
98.
OBS issues, and we don't know better fixes than just straight up resetting.
Yeah.
The stream
Um,
died. That's all. It just
yeah.
internet went shit.
Wolf, I have a question for you.
Yes.
If Well, this is more for me, and I guess for everyone else. I don't know why I just said to do it for Wolf. That was stupid of me. But obviously, because Peyton's taken Shadow, which I might still I might still do a Shadow profile picture anyways.
Mhm.
What Sonic character do I actually fit?
Huh.
I wouldn't think it'd be Sonic.
Oh no. Huh. That's an interesting question, honestly.
I know, right? Because I would pick Shadow 9 times out of 10.
Mm, I
I
don't
might still do Shadow.
know
Oh,
the
this is
the
great.
the other characters such as the chaotics that well to compare.
Bro, I'll be
Mm.
Blaze on God.
You wanna be Blaze? You wanna be a woman? You want tits?
Story was amazing, by the way. Oh, we're not even done yet. We're not even to
She's
chapter 2.
Yeah.
I mean, I
she's kind
could
of
keep
flat.
going
I
if
mean, I
people
can
want.
be Silver if you want.
I got new Dead by Daylight icons, and they eat.
Hey, but Blaze is incredibly flat chested. She doesn't even have a chest. That's the funny thing.
I
Just
mean,
put that there.
no female character besides Rouge have a chest, really.
Bro, Sally Acorn? Bro, Sally was like it was the original to Rouge. I'm reading a
Oh
story about
no.
that once.
Anyway, continue the
Uh
story, German.
Okay, because
yes.
people.
Sure.
Yeah, we are telling the story.
Dustin Funshoe Foxy said I drew your C on my channel, by the way.
Oh, thank you very much. Could
Hold
you
on.
like
Oh, yep.
Anxie, if you're
Hold on.
going,
I got it for you, Wolf. I just found
alrighty
it.
send me a link?
Anxie,
Look
if
in
you're
DMs.
going to yell at me again because you wanted to ask me something and did not bother pinging me, I am going to play something right now, so I'm not going to reply until I am done. Unless you talk in VC. Thank you.
I'm going to continue the story. Where did we left off? Okay. Yep. Found it.
Well, show me the art as well. I'm curious.
What?
As his head lowered, he wants to see
Mm,
the art.
give me a moment.
No one wants a rusty hero. It's not like I get much of a break, anyways. I'm aware that maybe sometimes I get a bit over emotional, and I have been working on that. But that does not excuse your actions for what you have done to me, Eclipse. I will take your words into consideration, though. Aside from that, what do you wish for to make this truce work? And Sasha Furry saying, "Hey Wolfox, just to let you know, I won't be joining this stream this time. My sister has a birthday dinner to go
Alright.
to, and yeah,
Well, have a great time and spend time with
We
your
shan't
family.
hold you hostage.
yes, spend time, family important,
Family important unless they are trash. I mean, what?
exactly."
And what is the point?
Anyways, Zen's voice had a more annoyed tone to it, his hands together on his lap as they gripped on each mitt tightly. His tail flicked from side to side as he did his best to keep eye contact with Eclipse. Hmm. To be perfectly honest with you, Zen, I don't want much. I am perfectly fine in the spot I am now. I just love the feeling of power that comes with my position. He spoke in a seductive tone, his eyes narrowed towards Zen. And I don't think someone like you has anything to offer that I can't get myself. Scar the Demon Wolf said, "Why does this feel like a bedtime story? Even I just got here and have no idea what's happening." Trust me, the further it goes, the more it becomes not so much as a bedtime story, but a nightmare story.
Yay.
Yay!
But yeah,
Yay!
basically we are promoting a book that we are writing together. Yeah, it's a funny haha story, yeah. And it's just like the first and second chapter, and I don't know. Because people decided that they want a long one, we were offering
What
the
are we
short
reading?
Defected
the
Lullaby.
Lullaby.
Uh-huh.
You know, the book based on this roleplay.
Yeah. Am I
Anyway,
in
Yeah.
it yet? I don't remember.
not yet.
No, I'm still on need to work on chapter 4.
Yeah.
Damn.
Anyway, Chase, what do you
But
think?
anyways. Oh, sorry. Am I good to go or
I don't know. I don't know.
okay, I'm just gonna go.
No.
Zen sat there, unsure
I
of
will
how to
not be
respond as his
disturbed.
shoulders lowered, his eyes once again meeting with the floor as he placed a hand on his right arm with a tight grip. Frustration audibly being displayed through a low growl. "You're right. I don't have anything else that I can offer. But if you can at least agree that we are no longer at each other's throats the way you did, then that's the most I can at least ask for from you. That is, of course, until you do something illegal." Zen spoke as he then muttered under his breath, "Considering how my brother is the chief." His head lifted up at a slow pace as still as he still kept his eyes narrowed down, not wanting to make any more eye contact. "Huh? Are you saying that you would get rid of my criminal charges that may be under my name?" Eclipse responded as his smile widened more, turning to a more sinister look. Zen's eyes widened, his gaze snapping back to that of Eclipse's crimson stare. He wanted to say something but hesitated, thinking to himself as he turned his head away to the side. If I do this, if I do this, then this could either be used against me or be a horrible decision, especially if those criminal charges hold some levity to them. His mind began racing with thoughts. His head felt like a busy beehive trying to sort itself out, till he suddenly stood up, coldly glaring straight into Eclipse's eyes once more. "That is exactly what I will do, if you promise to keep a truce between us." Eclipse tilted his head slightly, intrigued by the proposal. "How far can you take this agreement? Because removing things like speeding in the middle of the night is not much of a problem. What about things such as, let's say, I don't know, murder?" He looked back at Zen before continuing. "Would you save me then?" His tone lowered as he questioned the canine. Zen's breath shuddered as he clenched his fist, gritting his teeth with a sharp response on the tip of his tongue, but swallowed it back down, venom laced in his tone. "Yes, I, I will take those charges off your records." His tone gave away his hesitance, the morality of this deal weighing heavily on his conscience. How low did he have to stoop to get this blasted bunny to agree with his request? It's not like he had any other choice. Shut up, I'm not the one who put that.
Jesus
Despite
Christ.
this, he felt his pelt burn with shame, his heart squeezed with resent and guilt. The rabbit stood up, dusting the imaginary dust particles off his suit, before reaching his hands out toward the dog. "So it's a deal then, doggy?" His sinister smile widened with pure glee, seemingly happy with this arrangement. Hesitantly, Zen grabbed his hand, squeezing it tightly as he shook it. "It's a deal." He spoke with a deep tone in response. Eclipse chuckled, pleased, eye crinkling at the corners. "Very good. I'll be looking forward to this then. But sadly, I must conclude this little meeting of ours." Eclipse let go of the dog's hand, Zen releasing the breath of air he didn't realize he was holding, tense shoulders finally easing. his only reply being a curt nod. He pushed his chair with care, turning on his heels towards the door. His gaze trailed upwards toward a traditional wall clock, studying the hands as the seconds ticked by. 2:40, he noted, pulling up the door and closing it behind him once he walked out. Taking a deep inhale as he walked down the hallway, a smile started to form on Zen's face as he stopped to lean against the wall. He needed a moment to take everything in. Phew. Finally over. Only took about an hour. Could have been worse, honestly. I'm just glad that it's over. He closed his eyes as he softly chuckled to himself. I should start heading home before Rose gets too worried. With one last glance at the office door, he took his leave, stepping out into the crisp afternoon air. Cars whizzed by, sending chunks of slushy snow up in its wake. People bundled up in similar attire to himself, commuted and paced the sidewalk. Cold brews of steaming coffee warming their frostbitten hands, the sun barely being concealed by the clouds, beamed with its ever golden hue. The canine jammed his paws once more into the warm confines of his pockets as he strolled down the street, enjoying the bustle around him as he made the trek home. Everyone was minding their own business, all heading to their own places. His ears instinctually flickered to and through to pick up all the small sounds, from rude drivers honking in vigor to the laughter of children with the telltale squeak of rusty swing chains. He fell into a comfortable bliss. And that bliss was shortly ruined by a loud, ear-piercing wail. Zen's ears immediately locked onto the loud noise. Wincing, frantically he turned his head, eyes scanning the area to locate the horrible bellow. What he didn't expect was the first to be followed by others, each louder and more horrifying than the other. What the hell? He thought to himself, his legs moving before he could even think towards the screams. He stopped in his tracks, looking puzzled at the growing number of people with widened eyes and agape mouths. He noticed everyone was looking up in awe and in fear. What story is this? This is a book Hayden, me, known as Hayden, and Wolfhawks are working on called The Defected Lullaby.
Hee. With a
Yes,
lot
this
of
is our way
other
of
with a lot of other people
uh,
that were helping creating this
yeah, we
story.
have, I think, 3 main people working on this now. Because
I'm
one,
mostly talking about the role players.
oh yeah, the role players. I thought you were talking about the ones that are editing the
No,
story and helping.
I'm talking about it's based on a role play that we did.
Yeah, it's based on a role play. But yeah, the other editor that is working with me and Wolf is known as Marecrawler, or as we call him, Puff. Which
Huffy
you might also
Puffy.
hear us say Puffy Wuffy, Huffy Puffy, Puffy, British Crowman, whatever.
Yes.
But if you are enjoying this,
Take
in
a
Wolffox's
look.
community tab, you can find the Wattpad link to the chapters if you are interested in hearing more.
It's
Or
on
reading
Wattpad?
more,
No way.
because hearing is a...
And we will be trying to work towards getting audio versions of the book to be posted, probably on both our channels, I believe.
Yeah,
You think, Wolf? Both of us,
I
yeah.
believe so. I have bigger community.
Yeah, you have a bigger platform that probably would reach out to more people. Plus, gives you other content. So,
Yay! I love
it,
content sucking from other people. You know what?
shush. Or, thank you for answering. That sounds so cool. I love it so much so far. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. It's only going to get more interesting from here, and I'm going to continue with that fact. Uh. His gaze turned skyward, squinted as he searched for whatever could cause the commotion. Suddenly he spotted eyes locking onto sparkles. They held a pinkish hue, twinkling across the sky till a nasty crack was heard. The sky began to crack like glass shattering. Visible spiderweb like cracks could be seen spreading across the atmosphere at a rapid rate. Pink particles raining downwards as the cracks began to open. Only pure darkness was seeable in the cracks as they widened. A cold breeze crept through, despite the already frosty weather. Zen couldn't help but shiver. The sound of wailing could be heard echoing from the darkness, silencing everyone in the vicinity. Hell, even the whole city. I can almost picture the story and what's happening. It's a wolf ox!
I am a
I am
what?
glad to hear that people are able to
Picture it.
vision or picture it, because that just means that the descriptions are good. So, thank
Yeah, we
you.
need to keep it up.
Yes, we do. Hell, even the whole city, silent as a mouse. Zen stood there, both disturbed and unsure of what to do in this situation. Was it an attack? Someone playing an illusion trick, maybe? He couldn't tell. It all seemed surreal to him. He could do nothing but stand there in shock, his eyes cartoonishly wide, jaw hanging open. The cracks kept rupturing as it finally was clear what this was turning into. Those cracks were forming into some sort of rift. Ash and pink sparks slowly fell out of it and drifted into the chilly air. The city, once loud and active, was still and silent, more silent than when a natural attack would happen. Everyone wasn't sure how to react or even knowing what to do in general. Zen shook his head, trying to clear his racing mind, his eyes scanning over the crowd. Upon doing so, his eyes locked onto the familiar figure some distance away. With bear like features, the figure stood beside another person, this one seemingly a wolf of some kind. Without hesitation, he pushed through the cluster of citizens. Surprisingly, none objected or complained, all too focused on the massive splinter in the skyline. His eyes never left the two individuals. The closer he got, realization dawned on his face. Charo, what are you doing here? He shouted, reaching the pair with the labbard pants. The closeness of his fellow neighbors and citizens made the jacket he wore heat up. The only relief being surprisingly from the, o- the only relief being surprisingly from the looming rift. Chao's expression was grim, seemingly also concerned for the rift that just ruptured in the sky. Huh? Oh, hey, oh, Zen. Hey, yeah, I was just here with Moon, trying to get a good understanding of what's even happening. Chara replied absent-mindedly, facing Zen, though as he spoke, his eyes still slowly traveled back to the rift within the sky. And I'm guessing Moon is that guy? Zen asked as he gestured towards the gray wolf. Charo nodded, his eyes scanning the otherworldly crack as if attempting to analyze how this happened or why it's happening. Need to take a drink, one moment.
Drink, stay hydrated.
Man, your throat is gonna love this.
What universe do you think would win, Murder Drones or FNAF?
Murder drones.
Murder Drones, definitely.
I'm sorry, they
Especially with the
split
fucking absolute.
they split a planet in half. There is no going back
Yeah,
from this.
FNAF ain't FNAF ain't winning.
No,
um
absolutely not.
Papa. Moon stood next to Sharo, not even acknowledging his fellow canine's presence, his hands similarly stuffed inside his hoodie pocket as his hood obscured his face. Huh,
Emo
probably not a
boy.
people person. Zen thought to himself as he looked back at the sky. Chapter 2, The Rift.
How are
I
we
think this
liking
is where
it
it
so
starts
far,
getting
people?
interesting. Yeah, how are we liking it so far, everybody?
You see, our Zenny here needs a little bit of motivation to write it further.
Yeah. The man voice that is speaking, I'm the moderator that chats ever so often in the chat. Um,
It's
Hayden, Zen,
yeah,
German.
Zen.
I'm called three different names.
You see,
Um,
guys, I suffer from this thing called dyslexia, and my reading, oh, you wouldn't like it. It is horrid.
yeah, so I'm the reader. I'm the reader. Are you still finishing that FNAF series? Wolf is taking your time with it, I believe. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend asking too much about it. It's a complicated process, especially
I
with
have
recent things.
trauma.
But
I don't like it
Rosaline
anymore.
says that
Also,
it
Flip a
sounds.
Clip changed their whatever, and I am worried that I won't be able to animate in it anymore. Also, I just started hating animation. It's like
Yeah.
too much of it caused me to.
What's your name? I didn't catch on. You can call me Hayden or Zen. There's a few people you'll catch calling me German. That's because of my old name. But yeah, most now are starting to know me as Zen or Hayden. I don't mind either or. And Quiet Rain says it's great so far. Thank you. We have a lot to write.
Do. Yeah, it's been a story that's been going for a year straight. Uh, basically,
A year.
yeah, it's a roleplay that's been going on for a year, and just not so long ago we just finished the plot, and we need to write it all down.
Oh shit, this person heard of me.
Hmm.
Oh, you're German. I've heard of you from time to time. Yep. The German Brock Productions, the old name. Yep, that's hi. I don't know where you've heard of me. Hopefully not from past things. I'd hope. But
Hee
yeah. Teehee. Little silly back then.
You're welcome.
Little Thank you, Wolf. Listen, you're a great mother figure. No regrets. Except for those regrets, but those regrets
Except
are
for
past
regrets
due now.
that you're regretting right now, but yeah.
Quiet Rain says, "Aw, poor thing. Please take your time. Please don't feel pushed to work on something that isn't enjoyable anymore at the time. I
Yeah,
support you either
that's the
way."
main thing. Like, each time I heard TNG, I had a stroke, and I was like, no!
And Phoenix the Shark said, "TNG induced PTSD."
Indeed, that is it. Honestly, that is it. Like, after you seen Inflated Springtrap, nuh-uh. That's the deep lore.
You guys, yes, that's the deep lore. Are you guys willing to hear the next chapter?
No.
Sin once said, "Get snuck up on." I think y'all should do a Murder Drones collaboration.
Good joke, good joke.
Virtual hug sent you away, said Quiet Rain.
Thank you.
But it seems that people are wanting
More.
more. Alright then.
Give me more, give me more.
On
give
to
me more.
chapter 2. The Rift. Everyone's gaze was still locked onto the rift. The civilians' hushed chatter barely disturbed Zen's racing thoughts. He noticed Chara was having even more of a worried expression. His ears flattened against his head. Zen didn't even have a chance to question it. A collective shout from the crowd brought Zen's attention immediately back to the tear, barely catching a glimpse of a blurred object plummeting to the ground with speed. The foreign object brought a new perspective. The rift, once thought to be directly above the crowd, was hanging over the desolate forest that wrapped around the outskirts of town. A crash being heard as it supposedly made contact with the forest floor. Despite the churning dread in his gut, determination boiled over it, not even looking at his friend as he spoke. "I need to go check it out, Charo. Contact my brother to make sure that no one goes into that forest until I get out. Until I find out what that thing is." Zen spoke as his eyes turned to meet with Charo's. Charo nodded without question, grabbing the hooded wolf's hand, making haste towards the streets with urgency. "What? Hey!" Moon exclaimed as he was dragged away by Charo. Zen watched them leave as he turned his focus back at the forest ahead. Unfortunately, I must leave now, but I'm definitely planning to listen when I can. The stream was nice so far, but bye. Bye, Quiet Rain.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Ba-ba-ba. Ah. He didn't have much time to waste, shaking his head of any lingering doubts as small red flames flickered to life, dancing between his fingertips. Clenching his fist as he made his way down the street, passing the border where concrete met Mother Earth, pressing
What?
head-on towards the foreboding forest. You were saying, Wolf?
What? What the frick?
That's what Red added, not me.
I know. It. Like, what?
I don't
Okay.
know.
No, never mind. Go further.
It didn't take long for Zen to enter the forest, the canopy stretching its leafy grasp towards the shepherd, casting a shadow below it. With no hesitation, he pressed, plunging into the depths of the trees in front of him. His ears perked on alert as he tried to keep on top of his surroundings, looking for at least any clues or hints of where that unknown object could have landed. As he searched, his gaze locked onto some broken branches along with trees. Oh, I feel a burp coming, but it won't come out. God damn it.
Darn.
Too big for the natural wildlife to crash through this easily. That must be it, he thought as he ran towards where the broken branches were, a hand outstretched to get a closer inspection, but froze. His eyes widened as he noticed a mass in front of him. The creature was pale and sickly, its
The
body
future.
deformed in ways a person should not be, bones jutting out unnaturally from its pasty skin. The closest it could resemble was a humanoid, yet even that was a stretch, because this thing was unlike anything natural on Earth. Zen felt his blood run cold, frozen in place at the ghastly sight, his face full of confusion and disgust. What? What the hell is this thing? He said to himself as he took better notice of its size, seeming about average height, around 6 feet at most. The creature froze, its gaze turning towards Zen, almost as if it was analyzing him. Hollow eyes swept over the area, making no indication of advances as his gaze locked back onto the dog. Hairs in the back of Zen's neck rose and prickled with terror, tentatively taking a step back, his heart racing with pure fear. Okay, I can picture the fear from this character. Good. Very good. He only got a few paces away when the creature's jaw unhinged with a sickening squelch, a blood-curdling screech ripped from its lungs, billowing out into a haunting echo. Even the trees seemed to shake from the wretched sound. Zen jumped as his eyes widened, without hesitation, booking it back towards the city, and out of that damned forest. He expected to hear the sound of heavy footsteps along with his frantic pants to indicate the creature was on his tail. Yet the only sets of footsteps he heard were his own. Crashing through the shrubs and stepping on twigs, he came to a stop after he felt like he was a safe distance, breathing heavily as he turned his body around, his head turning side to side as he scanned his surroundings, even more puzzled at the lack of pursuitment. What? Why didn't it chase me? It made that loud sound. Unless it wanted me to run as if I was invading something? Ugh, I don't know. Zen muttered as he sighed. He was a bit out of breath, resting a shaky palm to his heaving chest, feeling the pounding of his heart as if it was putting itself into overtime. He looked up at the sky through the branches of the trees, drawn to the sound of screeching crows who flew in a cluster formation. His gaze shifted to the tear, only now realizing how close the rift seemed to be when in the forest. Uh, what's your favorite Murder Drones fan song? Mine is Call That Ping and Let Me In. And then you, whatever that is, you said Eclipse again, dang. And then Michelle asked, have you ever considered making a character with the Absolute Solver?
You know, guys, I like having original ideas. That's mostly why I'm straying away from FNAF. And I love being original, And while yes, I love the Murder Drone songs, and I would absolutely put some of my characters uh, into those songs. I
Like absolute.
like yeah, like absolute. The absolute is the entire freaking role play. I'm mostly saying
No, really though.
we need to animate
Sorry.
that. But oh god, what
Don't
did I
you
just got
worry.
myself into? Little but I refuse to copy any ideas from popular media, at least not blatantly copy. You know, I can get inspired, like
Mhm.
stuff, but I will never give my character an absolute solver because that's not my idea. And
That's not your thing.
yeah, that's not my thing, and I refuse to steal. Uh,
And Michelle said makes sense.
so yeah, not to hate on anybody that makes OCs and blah blah blah, but just yeah, not my thing. Easy as that. I will not give
I
any of my characters absolute server because they have their own things. Like for example, Eclipse over here. He has his third eye. He can hijack minds, basically strike fear into people just by looking, because he messes with the chemicals in the brain, causing them to haywire and basically have a fight or flight response on the spot.
Mhm.
But yeah, each character has their own thing, and I prefer being original at the end of the story. That's why I hate to.
They asked, "Do you know what dark deception is?" I only
Yes,
know it because
I
of a
do.
few VR chat worlds.
Oh, Dark Deception is amazing.
I do. I did watch the entirety of the gameplay from
But shall I continue?
yes, I suppose, yeah.
Okay. Uh, though it was still high in the sky, new cracks were still forming, yet seemed to have slowed down. One might even say coming to a halt. Zen couldn't help the couldn't help the unease stirring in his gut. The usual sound of birds were nowhere to be seen or heard. Not even a draft of wind from the once chilly afternoon could be felt beneath the thick canopy. Zen shook his head, pushing onwards to exit the forest, his pace brisk but cautious, ears on constant swivel to pick up the smallest noise. He was unfortunately rewarded for his sensitive ears. Another high pitched screech made Zen stop dead in his tracks. Ooh, finally, there's the burp.
Bless you.
Where can you read this? You can read it on Wattpad. Hold on. I believe I could just put the link in the chat.
Yeah, you can.
There you go. There's where you can read it.
Enjoy.
I need to take the chat out. The pop out. Thank you. Okay, put you.
Now, what should I color the car?
Red. Because you can only see red.
You can see that. I want it to be nice. I want it to be sexy.
Okay, black.
No, I'm thinking about
Pink.
design. A design.
Pink!
You know what? You know what? You continue reading. I'm going to call my cat because he's outside and time to check if his ass is already frozen.
Okay, you have fun.
I'll be right back. Entertain my
Uh,
chat.
I will. Wolf will be back in a bit and she will answer your question momentarily. For the meantime, your person, Hayden, here, will be continuing to read the book. I am totally not a slave for Wolf. Please help. Anyways.
God, I am not gonna
um,
sleep tonight.
you'll sleep eventually, unless I can knock you out with a pet frying pan, but.
It's like
we
almost 2 a.m. and I have to get up at like 6:30, so I don't.
Oh, yeah, you're fucked.
Yeah, I am a bit fucked.
Okay. Confusingly, it seemed to have come from What the fuck happened here? Wait, hold on. With widened eyes, his gaze once more returned to the prominent tear in the stratosphere. Another chill ran viciously down his spine as another caterwaul echoed from the rift. Maybe he should have ignored it, continued to walk, even run, because without warning, 30 or so similar figures to the other creature he saw sailed out of the rift, and more alarmingly, three larger masses followed closely behind. Fuck that shit. Zen laughed in terror, not caring about the ache in his exhausted lungs as he continued to run, breaking through the forest line, feet slapping across the burning concrete as he retreated back to his house. Rosalind said for you to sleep then, Springs.
Oh,
Okay.
No, no, I won't be. I know I won't really be able to fall asleep if I go now. So, I'll go in a bit.
His palms shoved the door open, the hinges creaking as he hurriedly went inside, turning with vigor as he shut the door, before turning his body back around,
I acquired a
leaning his
cat.
aching body against its frame.
Hello.
Congratulations.
Alright.
His breath was shallow yet fast. Dad? Came a voice from in front of him. Zen quickly lifted his head up to the voice as his body regained its composure, seeing Rose standing just a few inches away from him. Her brows furrowed as her green eyes stared down at her father. Are you okay, Dad? What happened? Rose questioned, offering a hand towards him. Her father nodded in response as he gently grabbed her hand, hoisting himself back up on his feet, his balance rigid before standing straight. Thanks, he muttered softly as he looked away, his eyes glaring down at the floor as his brows raised. Rose tilted her head as she raised a brow. What happened? Did Eclipse do something? Her tone got deep as she clenched her fist, Zen putting a hand up, cutting her off as he waved it. No, just I don't even know what it was. It was this horrific creature. Something I've never seen before, honestly, he replied. His daughter stared at him, her mind processing what he was talking about. What do you mean? Horrific creatures? Dad, what happened at that meeting? She spoke with a serious demeanor as she looked at Zen dead in the eyes. Rose, the meeting went fine. This is after. There was this giant crack in the sky that turned into a rift. I think you're straight about the forest. I went there to see what fell out of that rift thing, but it screeched at me, so I ran. That when I noticed that it wasn't chasing me, I turned around. Next thing I saw was even more of those deformed creatures falling out of that rift, along with, I believe, three massive figures. I didn't want to stay around to find out, so I ran and came here. He explained as he placed a palm on his forehead, sighing heavily as he closed his eyes for a few moments before gazing back at Rose. She kept staring for a while, a look full of confusion and concern before finally speaking again.
You good?
Sorry. Yeah, I see. At least, I'm glad you're okay, Dad. Her tone was gentle as she looked at him, with a comforting smile. He smiled back at her before heading towards the kitchen as he decided to make lunch for himself. The kitchen was cleaned with polished floorboards, having a nice tan wall. It was a pretty decent sized kitchen, the whole room itself being separated in half by a shelf from where the oven and stove were to where the family dinner table was placed. Within the forest, the creatures were quickly moving out around the forest. As they were running, ripping up the dirt and grass beneath them, like some shredder. They suddenly came to a halt, the sounds of bones cracking as their heads shifted to the side, their eyes glared over, noticing Chara standing there. His brows pulled down as his snout wrinkled, having his sharp teeth barely show, one hand balled up in a tight fist. Okay, so I wasn't exactly expecting such ugly things such as yourselves to be here, Chara commented, his own feet below him moving back, bright red eyes never leaving the sight of the creatures that stood in front of the large bear. His body shifting, his body shifting, one foot placed in front of him as he began to force his body to charge forward. Five of the creatures unexpectedly lunged at him, baring their sharp, deformed fangs with a swift movement. Chara moved his whole body to the side, quickly having his body fall, using his hand to push himself underneath the remaining monstrous creatures that were close to him. The
Yeah.
bear didn't waste any time as he hoisted himself up, beginning to charge forward, deciding to go further within the dense forest rather than out towards the city. Five more creatures started charging directly at him, the ground rumbling beneath them, patches of grass and dirt getting brought up from underneath the deformed feet as they got closer and closer to the running bear. God, I am hating these things! Why do they have to be so damn fast? Chara shouted, his feet nonstop sprinting ahead of him, not even a thought of looking at the monstrosities that were chasing behind him. His ears turned whenever he heard their clicks and screeches, inching closer and closer to him by the second. He took another sharp turn, pushing his hand out to grab onto a low, flimsy branch from a tree, swinging himself as he kept sprinting, his feet turning into a different direction of the forest. Chara's head whipped behind him, eyes scanning rapidly, noticing that a few of the creatures followed the same turn. Their deformed bodies used the trunks as support while a few others rammed into the trees around them, taking an attempt to turn, though with Chara's luck that didn't seem to stop them. They didn't seem to be running out of energy, let alone stamina. All their heads were eyeing him like some predator eyeing their prey. The large bear kept his pace, his eyes narrowed forward as he rushed. Chara kept running till his body came to a halt, feet skidding across the forest floor beneath him as he heard a few giant footsteps coming from ahead. His ears perked against his head, hearing the steps progressively get closer to his area. The creatures cornered him from behind, his head glaring behind, well,
What?
glaring behind him for a split moment. I don't know, it got a little confusing there.
Cat.
For a split moment. Oh,
Cat.
what's your
Yeah,
cat
sort of.
doing?
Hey.
Talking to her cats, probably. Or somebody.
Give me a second.
Okay.
Okay, anyways. For a split moment before looking back ahead of him, the steps finally reveal themselves, a very similar looking creature to the rest, but much larger in muscle mass and size. It stared at Shara for a good few seconds before letting out a blood-curdling screech, slamming its massive fist into the ground or onto the ground, dirt and grass getting completely destroyed as the only thing left was a small dent in the ground from where the fist hit. Shara's eyes didn't leave the large figure in front of him, clenching his jaw, his teeth baring. His hand began glowing a dark red. His legs lunging off the ground, his body following with it as it began charging into the air. His eyes dimly glowing in the shadows casted by the trees surrounding them. A beam instantly shot out of his hand, blasting himself high into the sky. The beam burning the grass below, leaving a burn mark in its presence. The creatures all screeched at Sharo as he got blasted off into the air. He twisted his body in an attempt to glide, though of course it was quite difficult for him. It wasn't long until he was back to plummeting towards the ground, managing to aim his entire body forward to get a better distance. Anyways, uh
Hmm?
oh, they're just chatting. Okay, no, I was just reading the chat. There's just people chatting. I remember playing Spectre roleplays with a friend a few days ago. Every time we said life, the ghost would start hunting us.
Mm.
Uh, ooh,
You're
burps. Got
disgusting.
burps.
No, really
Hush.
gross. On a stream.
On a
Jesus.
stream.
Managing
Stream
to
that's
aim
supposed to
his
get more
entire body
respect.
forward to get a better distance. Away from the creatures, the sound of unsettling screeches came from behind. Once he got close to the ground, he embraced for impact. Chara's body smashed into the branches, breaking them until he eventually slammed down into the ground, letting out grunts and groans, his shirt now slightly torn with a few rips at the sleeves. The area he landed in seemed to be more open now, with fewer trees and more sunlight from the sky above, even with the rift blocking bits of the sun rays. Hola, Natsuk, welcome to me reading a story while Wolf draws.
I love not having to be entertaining.
Huh?
I love not having to entertain people.
I mean, I can stop if you want.
That's not what I'm saying! I was saying I'm happy because I don't have to say Kiss my ass.
I'm sorry, Natsuk. I do not speak Spanish. But hello, hola, welcome.
Get your girlfriend in here.
I'd rather not bother currently.
I know, just kidding.
I know. Dealing with a few
Where's your
things, so.
G at?
She's dealing with a few things.
Oh.
Once he got close to the ground, he embraced for impact. Chara's oh wait, no, I already read that. Okay. Chara brushed himself off, letting out a bellowed breath that brushed. Brushed. Chara brushed himself off, letting out a bellowed breath that departed his lips, eyes staring blankly at his now torn clothes. Well, I suppose having torn clothes is better than having torn skin, he commented, hoisting himself up. Without thinking, his legs began walking fast forward. I don't have time to waste. I need to warn Zack and the others. It's not safe here, he exclaimed, starting to go into a sprinting motion, his dark brown hair with black tips getting blown in the cold winter breeze as he ran. After many minutes of running, he finally got out of the dense forest, going straight towards the police station. Towards the police station within the city. He didn't waste any time he had. His palms bursting the doors open, getting met with Moon, who was sitting on a chair with his hood up, covering his wolf face. A German Shepherd with green eyes, wearing a police uniform, which had a badge on it saying Chief of Police, walked in. The German Shepherd looked at Chara with his ears pointed forward as his eyes gave off a hint of worry. What happened? You look beat up, the dog mentioned. Chara just shook his head in reply as he began explaining what happened. There are even bigger creatures out there now. Those things that came from the rift earlier landed in the forest. I went to check it myself since I knew Zen also was looking, so I decided to see if I could find anything that would interest me. Yeah, no. I deeply regret making that decision. I'm one for nightmares and all, but this is just next level gore horror. The creatures were all deformed and fleshy looking. As entertaining as it seemed, it was something I never want to see any more of whatever they are. He folded his arms, his ears flattened, his deep red eyes with purple pupils staring at Zack as he explained everything. The dog seemed surprised. His jaw was hung open as his ears were up straight, not saying anything for a good 5 minutes. Till he finally came to his senses, taking in a deep breath, placing a palm on his forehead as he did his best to take in the information he was just given. Alright, alright. So there are monstrous deformed creatures that are the definition of horror running around in the forest right now? He asked, slowly taking his palm off his head, the dog's bright green eyes staring at Chara, who just nodded in response. Right. Did you see how many? Okay, good night, Springs.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Any night. Did you see how many there were, or if any more came out of that rift? Zack questioned, pausing in between his sentences. Tilting his head to the side, Shara's eyes gazed. Bah, bah, bah.
Bye.
Charo's eyes gazed to the side for a moment, placing a finger against his chin. I think maybe 32? There was quite a bit. Chara was instantly cut off by Zack. 32? Are you saying there are 32 of those things? The dog shouted. His hands moved
Yes,
outwards
you
in
dumbass, that's what
exclamation.
I'm saying.
eyes glowing their deep green color. His brows hung down along with his ears pinning back as his muzzle scrunched up. Calm down, but yes, there were at least 32 from what I could see. There were also these weird pink sparks coming out from it, though I'm not exactly sure of what they are just yet. Didn't stay around long enough to find out for myself. Chara responded, his feet slowly walking over to Zack, placing a hand on his shoulder. The German Shepherd stared at him for a moment before letting out a sigh. Alright, I apologize for lashing out like that, I wasn't expecting so many. Zack apologized, his eyes glancing to the side in remorse. Chara did a small chuckle in response, a small smile grew on the bear's face. I don't think anyone was expecting this. But let's just see what we can do to do exactly to try and make sure that whatever those things are, that they don't start attacking the civilians. Chara's eyes stared at Zack for a few minutes before turning towards Moon, who seemed to have just stayed silent the entire time. His ears perked and twitched, seeming to have listened in on the conversation. They both just stared for a bit before finally deciding to break the silence. Well, best we head off now. I'm gonna see if Zen is alright. You stay safe, Zack. Chara mentioned, making a small wave towards the dog.
Yeah.
Zack smiled in return, nodding slightly. No worries. I'll be careful. You better be as well. Chara laughed at the comment as he started walking off with Moon following from behind. When they got outside, they saw all the civilians seeming to be still gazing up at the rift in the sky. The low wailing that was heard from it just made everyone feel uneasy. Charles just shook his head as he began walking down the street, Moon walking beside him with his hands inside his pockets, his eyes gazing at the snowy ground below him as people chattered amongst themselves. Time went by as they got out of the city and more into the town. Less and less of people were seen around as everyone just seemed to be either in the city or in their own houses. The Grey Wolf lifted his head, scanning the area around them, until he noticed a strange black rabbit with a tan suit walking towards the woods, disappearing within it.
I wonder who that is.
What do you guys think of chapter 2?
It sucked. Boo.
Oh, shut up.
Hey. Ain. I'm going to kill that cat. Hey.
No.
Hey. He's on my desk. Sniffing everything.
10 out of 10 narrating. No, 10 out of 10. No, not 10 out of 10. It is infinity out of 10. This is so cool. Thank you.
I think people
Sounds
like it.
interesting. Yeah, I think people are liking it.
You know what that means?
Work on chapter 4? Yep.
Mhm.
I still can't wait till I get to that one part that I animated. Oh, that's gonna be so fun.
You know how to get there?
By working, yes. Infinity plus 100 out of 10.
Thank you.
So cool. So there is a chapter 3.
In the
If you guys are
works.
still up to listening. No, chapter 3 is done.
Chapter 3
Chapter
is
4
done.
is in the works.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, chapter 3 is with Solarex.
Yeah. And Eclipse.
And Eclipse.
Mainly Eclipse the entire chapter.
Mainly my boy that I am currently drawing.
Yes. So do you guys want to hear chapter 3 of the man that is currently being drawn?
The sex incarnate. The man, the myth, the legend. Eclipse Dark. Mr. German, what do you think about the claw?
Let me check. Ooh. That is looking nice. I like it. Chapter 3, please. This is so fun. I didn't realize reading would be entertaining for people.
I guess we need to make more story time live streams.
Storytime streams.
Yep.
If I'm able to get more chapters out, like less than 2 months, then we might have more to read.
I suppose, yeah. Aim. Gotcha.
But chapter 3 it is, it seems. Gotta take a drink.
Stay hydrated.
Whew.
You got this.
I mean, at least the like in my narration, so that's the plus.
Yeah.
Chapter 3 The Weird Encounter. December 20th, 2028. So, seems that Zen decided to make some form of meeting with me, wanting to make truce between the two of us. Not sure what this dog is willing to give, but it intrigues me with how desperate he's become. Such a shame, honestly. Though I suppose we'll see how things turn out in the end. After all, I've been watching him and know him very well. Being inside his own head and controlling him managed to give me more access to his memories. Unfortunately, giving him some of my own memories as well. Either way, in the end, I managed to get more information that I wanted and needed. Best to get ready for this meeting. I'll be sure to update things that happen. Signed, ED. He doesn't even say his name, he just puts ED. He wants to be fancy.
Yes, he is fancy. He is royalty, after all. Amy! Wyjdziesz na balkon. My fucking cat.
Your cat's just being a
He's
cat.
being a little whiny motherfucker. He wants to go onto the freaking. Oh.
Eclipse closed the journal as he grabbed the edges of it, using his free hand to open the shelf next to his desk as he placed it inside. Once done, he leaned back into the chair, gazing over at the clock on the wall across the room. 1:30 p.m. Dog should be here in about 30 minutes at most. Unless he runs. He chuckled at his own thought, having his palms placed together, leaning forward against the desk as he waited for time to pass. After the deal was made, Eclipse watched Zen walk out of the room as the door closed behind him, leaving a small click once the door shut. Eclipse kept a smile on his face for a while till it slowly faded, as he stood up from his chair, shoving his hands into the pockets of his dark red jeans. Walking over to a large window, his eyes gazing over the streets at all the people till suddenly the loud crack was heard outside. The rabbit looked up at the sky from his office as he saw the rift opening. The screams of everyone outside could be heard from the inside, their screams echoing throughout the city. He grunted a bit as his ears turned, facing backwards against his head. Something inside of him told him that this wasn't good. With his 5 years of being in this world, he never saw a rift such as this just suddenly break open. It wasn't normal and it definitely wasn't natural. He packed his files into a suitcase as he shoved it inside his suit coat before running out of his office, locking it behind him as he ran out of the building. Shoving himself through shoving himself through bystanders trying to get to a specific place. He rushed towards the town as he kept a steady pace with his running, getting closer to the dense trees ahead. He noticed that a wolf person was staring at him, though he paid no mind to them as he ran off into the depths. His dark gray fur blowing in the wind that pressed against his running figure, even though
Dark
he's
gray?
really
The fuck?
fur. Well, isn't it kind of dark gray because it's not black, but it's like
it is black because
very
I
dark.
just don't drop black. Because
Okay, well,
imagine trying black with black freaking,
yeah.
background. Meow! Meow!
Well, whatever.
Meow!
I just went off your drawings. Leave me alone. Uzi versus Nightmare Animatronics. Who wins? My bet's on Uzi. Yeah, Uzi. Uzi has the absolute solver, so yeah, Uzi. Ba-da-ba. After a long time of running, he finally reached a huge facility building deep within the woods. Trees were everywhere as he heard the birds chirping. A whole flock of them started flying right out of the forest above him. Eclipse stared at the flock flying away for a few seconds, thinking to himself, "That's odd." He shrugged, his ear flicked, walking to the entrance of the facility. As he pressed on a keypad with a specific code, the door slid upwards as it opened, a breeze of cold air hitting his face.
God
Eclipse
have
stepped
mercy
inside
on
the
me. I'm going to kill my cat. Hey!
Eclipse stepped inside the entrance, having the doors automatically slide shut behind him. As the lights in the room then turned on, it was filled with with a variety of things. Few tables with cloths on top of them, along with chairs. Though it was quite a small room, as straight across from him was another door, a modern door, one could say, as he walked towards it, placing his hand on the doorknob as he swung it open, being met with a flight of stairs in front of him into the dark abyss that awaited. Eclipse began to walk down the steps, getting to the very end of them as he moved his hands towards the side of the wall, flipping a switch as a few more lights above flickered on. From the distance, a slight hiss was heard. Eclipse narrowed his eyes over to where the sound came from. A creature laying on the ground, curled up with its long, thin tail. At the tip of its tail was more bushy and thick. The creature looked to be about the size of a Great Dane. As it opened its eyes, the pure white color of them glowed dimly, having no pupils, though it had similar light gray markings on its face and body, though the main fur was dark gray just like Eclipse. Oopsie. It had long ears as that got skinnier near the tips, its feet large, having claws and a foot shape of a raptor. Right beside this dark gray creature lies another one, a bit smaller than this one though, its fur being a black silver with white splash near the lower half of its body. Its upper half was dark gray, similar to the larger creature in Eclipse. I also just realized that that the design is also changed again. EQ.
We need to kill Equinox.
They need to stop changing the designs of the children. I swear to God.
Yep.
Though its eyes weren't just pure white, they had a tint of light blue in them near the edges of the eyes. Both of these creatures had black spikes running along its spine all the way down right to where the tailbone would be. "Hello, Solarix, Raziel," Eclipse spoke as he walked over to them. The two creatures yawned as Raziel stood up, stretching and arching their backs, similar to how a cat does it. Solarix just stretched his front paws out before standing up, watching Eclipse pass past them, going over to a desk with monitors on it. This isn't something I'd expect for here. Eclipse kept a blank stare into the black screen of the monitor, just an empty void as a small sigh departed from his lips. His right ear doing a small flick before he took his hands off the desk. Turning around, he began pacing back and forth, his fingers scratching underneath his chin, eyes gazing at the floor beneath him, beginning to get beginning to get deep into his thoughts. The two brothers just looked at each other before looking back at Eclipse, unsure of what to really think. Solarix then walked to the stairs that the rabbit came from as he went up each step, heading towards the door, deciding to head outside to get some fresh air.
Stupid bro.
Raziel, on the other Raziel, on the other hand, decides to stay inside, watching their creator pace back and forth. After a few minutes of making his way outside, Solix finally made it to the outdoors. Yay! The light slightly blinding him from the reflection of the sun on the bright powder snow covering the grassy plains of the forest. He began to walk forward, his claws making small indents within the snow beneath him as he walked. His ears twitching and turning constantly, hearing all sorts of different sounds. Birds chirping, small critters scurrying away into the depths of the woods. But one direct sound caught his attention, the sounds of clicking. Solix raised his head, turning it side to side, trying to figure out where it was coming from. deciding to try and mimic it, making his own clicking sounds with his throat and tongue as if in an attempt to communicate with whatever was out there. With a moment of silence, there was a response. The same clicking sound could be heard just from the bushes ahead of him. He lowered his head as he crept towards the bush like a predator making their way to their prey, making 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 his way towards this noise. As Solarix got closer, his ears suddenly perked as the source of the sound showed itself. It was another one of those weird-looking creatures with deformed bodies. It kept clicking, responding to Solarix's mimicry, followed by a screech. The two looked at each other. Solarix's eyes examined this creature. I also just realized
Yeah.
this is exactly what happened in like the roleplay now, just in a different.
Yeah, setting.
Oh damn!
Like
What
father
what
likes.
what do we what
What?
do we call those when like the same thing happens but in a different scenario?
Coincidence?
Coincidence? I think not.
I don't know what you're trying to imply.
I don't know. I think my brain's just crazy.
Yeah,
I'm
I
getting
think
to the crazy parts.
I think you're going to have a brain fart in a minute. Continue.
Yeah, probably.
Too much
Oh
reading.
god, this is gonna be fun having to voice these fucking things. Ugh. Though suddenly the creature did an unnatural thing for its looks and appearance. It spoke out to him. God help me. Help us. The creature's vocals were distorted, with voices lapping over each other. Yeah, I would not be able to physically do that.
Wait,
Having
don't
hints
you
of
have a voice mod?
yeah. Okay, time to do that then. Hold on. Give me a moment, guys. I'm about to make this real. I'm about to make it real. Trust.
Trust
Okay.
for your chat.
Okay, I need to find my the voice I want to do. We're gonna test a few things here. We're gonna test a few things.
Brace yourselves.
um, I think there's the hive mind thing that I could use if I can find it. Oh yeah, there it is. Hold on.
I'm
Wait.
scared.
Oh.
Oh god. Yeah, no. Barely can understand you.
Barely.
Maybe.
What about? Oh wait. Hold on. Is this skill? I'm turning it down. I mean, I could make it worse.
No, don't make it worse.
My bad. Oh wait, I think this is good, right?
Yeah, this is fine.
Okay, I have it at 0.
Just don't talk too fast.
Okay, I will. I think I scared something. They just said boop. Okay. It spoke out to him. Help us. Okay. The creature's vocals were distorted, with voices lapping over each other, having hints of pain, wailing sounds, followed by the sounds. Okay,
Wow,
I didn't realize. Wow.
I love butter your butter.
Mm-hmm.
Or with
Solix raised his curled ears, his head tilted to the side as his tail flicked from left to right in a slow pacing motion. He seemed to have understood what it meant as suddenly he lunged at the creature, his large raptor claws aiming straight at the creature like an eagle, opening his talons, managing to pierce the creature into a low tree branch. Once the creature was pierced against the tree, it moved its hand onto Solarix, grabbing him with a firm grip. Also, Jack Gibson says, I like the art so far, it looks great.
Thank you.
And hello, Yin, welcome.
I was supposed to do a commission. What am I doing? I'm drawing a car. I hate Jace.
Solurix felt a sudden rush of cold driving through his veins, feeling as if his entire body to the very core of his soul was being pierced. Solurix felt stunned for a moment as he witnessed all his negative memories rushing through. The fights he had with his brother, Eclipse getting angry. There weren't too many memories, as Solurix was still quite small and basically a kid, one could say. Though due to his species he grew greatly. Solurix hissed, followed by a loud screech as he thrashed his head back and forth before pulling back from the creature, finally releasing its grip from Solurix as its neck snapped back into place with the audible cracking sound echoing throughout the leaves. It then started to pry itself off the branch as it spoke once more. This time seemed to be more clear despite it still being heavily distorted and warped. Time to go back to the voice changer.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Thank you, Solurix. Easy peasy.
Lemon squeezy.
Solurix took a few steps back as his ears turned against his head. He recognized this voice as it wasn't just any random voice. No, it was the other genetic template, Equinox. One that Eclipse took DNA from to create the twins. I remember that we were thinking so hard of how to explain that.
Yeah, to not make it sound like they did a unga bunga.
Yeah, the devil's deed.
The devil's tango.
Solurix
Because they did it!
stood there, frozen for a moment before managing to speak for the first time. The hell? Nah, don't do that. His voice spoke harshly as he lowered his head slightly, his eyes never leaving the creature as it stood there in front of him. The creature's eyes glancing at him up and down as if analyzing him. Time to go back.
Oh, well.
I joined the stream and all I heard was the devil's tango.
Father Eclipse. Sibling almost killed by you.
Yay. Charming.
Oh fuck, I forgot one word, damn it. Interesting. I'm not going back to it, but interesting.
Interesting.
The creature spoke once more, its head cocking to the side as its eyes never left Solurix. He looked confused as he just stared, unsure how to respond as he could only mutter out one word. What? How did he manage to go from trying to help it, kill it, to now communicating with it? He didn't understand anything that was going on. He was still learning all these weird things along with what was even going on within the forest itself. The creature started to gaze around, the eyes on this creature scanning everything till it suddenly pointed at the direction of the building that Solurix came out of. Back to the voice station.
Okay.
Going back already, aren't we?
I swear to God.
What, Jace? What?
Nothing.
So Jace, quick thing,
Yes.
quick thing, car, what thing, car,
What about it?
look at the stream,
I see it.
give it a moment.
Nice.
Michelle said, I swear if this happened in real life that I'm tripping everyone in my way so I can survive. Bye bye. Oh, it's gonna be a lot harder than that to live.
30 seconds. Use it wisely.
Charming, indeed. Anyway.
Alright. Also, what's funnier is that Connor's cryptic smars here essentially drawing cryptic smar.
I cannot understand you. You're talking too fast.
Not for me. Oh, trust me, buddy. You'll learn eventually as the story goes on. Anyways, back.
It's hell on earth.
Home yours. It asked. Solarix followed the direction that the creature pointed at, noticing the laboratory ahead of them. He shook his head slightly before speaking. I mean, I was well, I woke up there, so I guess so, yeah. Solarix looked back at the creature. His ears suddenly perked as he could hear the leaves crunching as a figure started emerging. Once the figure finally showed itself, Solarix recognized it rather fast. It was Eclipse. He glanced at Solarix and the creature. His face had a serious expression to it. Solarix, what are you doing with that thing? Eclipse shouted as he stepped forward, though keeping his guard up. The creature quickly turned its head to Eclipse as it then pointed at him. Your father?
Nah, my mom.
It questioned as it looked over at Solarix as if waiting for an answer. When Solarix looked at Eclipse, his eyes seemed to have widened a little. He didn't realize he would have come out of the laboratory, as all he could do was mutter out, "Oh shit," lowering his head afterwards as his eyes moved away from making any form of contact with Eclipse. Though just as one of them were about to speak, the silence was broken by a low wailing, coming from the rift that towered over the forest. The creature immediately snapped its neck towards the rift. Must go spare you. It spoke as it began to walk calmly past Eclipse and into the dense forest around them. Once the creature left, Solarix started moving towards Eclipse like a dog knowing it's in trouble. His head hung low as he spoke. I didn't know you were here. I just got curious. He was cut off by Eclipse's harsh tone. Enough. We will talk later. Now come on, before more of those things come. He grunted as he began to walk back towards the laboratory. Solix didn't say anything as he walked alongside Eclipse. It was a very quiet walk aside from the distant screeches coming from within the forest. Though the two went inside the building as the door slammed shut behind them. Once they were inside, Solarix didn't say much as Eclipse gave him a disappointed look. Solarix, you know better than to try and communicate with those things. What if you got abducted by one of those creatures? He shouted, waving his hand as he spoke in a harsh manner. Solarix sat down, letting out a huff, taking in what Eclipse had said as he then laid on his stomach, with his paws under the maw. As Solarix's eyes shut, Eclipse stared at his creation for a moment before sighing to himself as he walked over to a desk, sorting out different files and papers that were on it. What were those things? He thought to himself as his hand clenched into a fist. End of chapter 3. So
And
what do we
that-
think?
That's what's currently public. I'm working on the next one.
Welcome to the void, you must be destroyed. That feels like something Puff would say.
Welcome to the void. You must be destroyed, I am your new friend, and become a new toy. The backups will forgive me. I never would to outlive me. Anywho, it's better to assimilate the next plane. What?
Welcome back, Kyle.
Hi, buddy. Car goes room. I got cheese strings. So if you see my model doing weird mouth movements, I'm just eating. Cheese strings are good.
Pretender than
Um,
you can hide the handguarding mystery. Yeah, I'm aware that CG5 made Let Me In. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, right, Wolf?
Yep.
I don't know if you ever heard it.
I just freaking
Well, I didn't realize. Okay, shush. I never fully listened to the song.
let me in. Let me in.
Cause your words been overthrown or change your homes and diamond. Fortunate. But yeah, I hope people enjoyed that
Mm-hmm.
that story.
Sounds like they did. Backups will forgive me. But you left with me. It's better to simply explain. Let me in. Deeper, deeper, non-believer. Never can I finally be free. It goes my the silver light, the solid
Prison.
die.
I feel like 2 out of 10 people get a weird finish from this. Not me because I have a different fetish.
Oh, darling. We are both close to the fetish things.
It's death and destruction by the gay.
Sweetie.
We are even, by the way.
We are not even scraping the fetish territory.
We're no. Oh wait,
Just wait,
realized
just
I
wait till the
Carson.
reprocessing machinery.
Carson.
Carson,
Maybe.
no, not Carson.
Carson.
Leave Carson alone.
Carson thing. Remember what happened to Carson?
I remember what happened to Carson. People will get
that's
so many
creepy.
kinks out of that.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
I remember when Puff was like, "Are you okay with graphic things?" And they're like, "Hand it over." And then he hits me with that, and I'm like, "Oh boy, I'm not alone." I'm horrible.
I was reading the book while you were reading it. Oh, that's one way to do it.
I suppose, yeah. So, Zenny.
Yes.
Keep writing it. Bitch.
I will, don't worry.
While you're at it, and you have the nude for it. Never let you outlive me. Now the fucking song is in my head, and the only way to get it out is by replacing it with another song, and I cannot listen to music right now because I'm streaming! Whoever the frick brought it up, I am killing you right now, this instant. No. I'll be suffering. Because of it. Frick. No. I don't want to sing. I don't want to sing. I know it will annoy people. We'll get copyright strike.
I need to finish up this bean I was working on before I started reading for what, like an hour?
I suppose. Yeah. Maybe.
I mean, it's worth it.
I suppose, yes.
It got people's attention.
Indicate.
That's a plus.
Indeed.
I'm happy. You're happy, I'm happy.
We are all happy, German.
Oh, hush.
Ha 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 ha. How can I add a texture? Texture. Gore? No. I need fabric. Marble pattern. What the? Nope. Straps. Veins? The what now? Ooh. That's an interesting texture. Okay, I think this is jeans enough. And now it went silent. See guys, this is why you don't allow me to make streams on my own, because it falls silent. Always.
It's time to drink. What the fuck?
What?
I just look at the chat. It's time to drink water.
Yes, it is. Stay hydrated, guys. Always.
Debit card shit. God damn.
What?
I'm making a Venmo to make it
Ooh.
easier for payments.
Oh.
Because not everyone have PayPal or Cash App, especially Europeans don't have Cash App.
Yeah, we don't
So-
have Cash App. That's why
So
I don't.
Venmo, better thing to have.
Darn.
Venmo, I'm pretty sure most of everyone almost has now.
I
so
don't.
Well, you're different.
I'm built different, yes. I am a little bit stupid. What some may call in the past.
You're older than me, so of course.
Just to buy a, what, 2 years? 1 year?
I'm gonna be turning 20 this year, so
So 2 years.
you're what? You're gonna be 22
Yep,
this year?
yep. I'm
Yeah,
old.
so 2 years. Oh shit, you've been yeah, you've been streaming for like 5 hours technically.
Darn.
Because I just looked at because obviously the streams got fucked up, so I looked at what you were playing and it says 5 hours.
Ha ha. I'm playing something?
Yeah, VTube Studio.
Oh,
VTuber.
right.
So that's how I was able to tell how long you were streaming. Teehee.
Darn. Indeed. It's been a while, hasn't it?
I'm in settings. Yep.
File open. Where is my boy? Backflips, darling.
Allow notifications
yes.
while using the app. Okay.
I apologize, people, for the sound effect, however. Where is his rap sheet? Here it is. Say hello to the man, the myth, the legend. Okay. Ah, it broke again. Okay. Oh, are we fixed? No, I'm talking to my graphics tablet.
Ah. So drink water, Wolfox, in German. Can I call you by German?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose.
I have plenty of people that call me that still, so I personally don't care.
We never give a fuck.
I knew it. It is Eclipse. Yes, it is.
It is the man, the myth, the legend.
It's everybody's favorite boyo. Maybe not Zen's favorite boyo, but
And for sure, some people love him.
huh, huh. You want to look in this certain channel?
No.
Exactly.
I'm mostly talking about the comments you've been getting.
Ah.
For some apparent reason.
Yeah. I still remember when I got my teacher to love Eclipse as well. That was a funny thing.
I
Funny time.
still can't believe you actually talked to your teacher about my freaking OC.
Listen, I got him into Defected Lullaby when it was in the creation, like the very beginning, and then Eclipse was his first favorite character.
Eclipse is always the first favorite character. He is the best. He is the man.
And then he also started liking Crawford as well.
Ha ha! Don't spoil.
Yeah. Sorry.
Crawford?
Fuck.
Who's that?
What do we call him?
Yes. I mean, you already said the name, so nobody knows who he is.
They'll forget. True.
But don't spoil.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
You will find
Puff.
out eventually.
Puff. We'll just say Puff.
Puff's OC. The main villain.
He's just good as a main villain, though.
Yep.
When he's not dead.
When
Also,
he's
Zen, I
not...
think you've seen me before. If you've been active on Zell's server, I don't look there at all.
Zell's server is so crowded. I avoid. I abort the mission.
Abort. Evolution.
And the solution. It's better to assimilate than explain. Isn't he just the hottest?
He is.
I'm getting cancelled. Okay, so make the pants a little bit darker. Oh no, not like that darker, right? Anywho, it's better to simulate than explain. Bum, bum, bum. Shebang. Whoosh.
Wolf.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Code Red?
Yes.
Have you heard the metal version?
Yes.
Okay. I just wasn't sure.
Motherfucker, I showed you that song.
Did you?
I
You
did.
sent, you sent me so many songs, I don't remember.
I showed you that song when the beginning of the defective lullaby started. I was like, "Hey, yo, this kind of."
No, wasn't it Play With Me?
I showed you a lot of songs from them.
I know you sent me Play With Me.
I did. But I think I also said Code Red in like the music channel of the server. Me.
Oh, speaking of Play With Me, there it is.
My ass.
And Listen to Me, which is the main song for...
Crawford, I know.
Yeah. It's a good-ass song. It fits. Code Red, get down! Get down, get down, get down! What the fuck was this amp wave thing called again? Kiwi.
Okay, buddy.
I mean, at least these don't look as bad as a few other beans I've done.
Dance with your people.
And then I have one from... We look to the future. See it. Now I gotta do this. I gotta do Sidon, the Tyrangian. I don't know, it's an original species.
Darn. I just got a person to ask me about commission.
Oh,
Fluff server.
Starlight said, "Hi, Wolfox. I'm your big fan. When I am 13 years old, I watch you now, and I am 17."
Damn, you're old.
Yeah.
Kidding.
Yes. Mim said, I was like 15. Now is 17. I don't even remember. I watched you like fucking ding
shut
dang,
the
walla bang
frick
bang,
up.
ding dang, walla
I'm
bang
going to
bang.
punch you through the wall right now.
You know you love me.
I hate you, actually.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Everything you think is a lie, and actually, I have it out for you. And the reality is that I will.
If that was true, it would be. What the fuck, dude? Larry.
What is Larry doing?
Cracked roleplay recaps.
Oh boy, yes, please.
After a long 7 months of being in limbo, our basement gooners finally made it to Canada, but out of nowhere, Solar spawned in and started having an epic dance battle with everyone. A flashbang piss beam blasted into the sky, trying to seek attention from people. Hopefully that won't be important. The bozos got to the docks of Canada. I get you next time, said Solarix, running away, having lost the epic dance battle. Our basement gooners got to meet new friends to add to the Pokedex. They met Fletcher, Arlo, and Tavel.
Oh.
Along with the re-meeting Jacole, who is now finally appearing in this crack story. Jacole pulled out a crafting table and upgraded everyone's wooden tools into iron tools, broke-ass bitches. Zen's leg was still broken, just get better, lol. Arlo and Table went monster hunting so that they steal Solarix's liver. Luckily, they were able to kidnap Solarix while only suffering minor injury.
What are we doing about Fletcher, though?
I'm just going to...
Delete. Poor Larry. He pulls his hat out, and this is what he gets.
Rosalind said Wolfox holding Zen hostage. Real.
Wait, what?
Wolfox, are you holding Zen hostage?
No, they are on their own accord.
Help me! She's keeping me as a slave! Help!
Okay.
Help!
Okay.
What?
Okay.
What? Huh?
Okay.
Dick!
I set you free.
Well, you know I'd come crawling back anyways.
Yes, yes, I know. You're a good puppy.
Oh, shut up! you...
Now, doggy. Don't give me that attitude.
I'm going to hurt you.
Oh, are you now?
Yeah.
Okay. Understand.
Everyone's just getting just... Oh, you need help. Yes. Please. Help.
No.
I'm going to hurt you.
Oh, myself. What's the problem, Chara? Oh. A little dog is learning how to bite, huh? Don't worry. A little
I have
muscle will
17.
fix that.
No!
Much like you have to be
We do
put
not
down.
need to be getting into this territory. We don't need to be getting into this territory. Help! Help! Help!
That's what you get.
That's what you get. Me. I'm gonna make you regret it later.
Oh, are you?
Have you ever checked DMs yet?
I did. I read them out loud.
Wait, you did?
Like 2 hours ago?
I don't... Wait, was it when I was AFK?
No, you were very much here.
I think I was zoned the fuck out.
Yep.
I think it was because I was focusing on this bean shit.
Commissions, yes.
Bro is going feral. Yeah, that's what I do. Well, I wasn't expecting this. Yes, welcome. When me and Wolf are alone, we can be
Very
something.
scary.
Rosalind just quoted me. Me. Have you two watched Killer Beans before? No. I'm currently making beans because so many people. I think I have 17 now I have to do.
I've
Not
watched
okay.
recaps of the Killer Bean, like a review thing. But I heard it is a good movie. Almost just as good as me.
Huh?
No, Killer Bean. It's
Oh.
a movie about a killer bean.
Wait, come back. Wait, no, I didn't. I don't have a father. Never mind. Hee 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 ha.
Wait, what?
I don't know. That's what fucking Rosalind said.
Oh, are you calling me dad?
Hey. Wait, hey.
I'm sorry, I'm getting a little bit out of hand. I apologize
I
for my
think it.
behavior.
I think I think it's late. I think it's late.
No. It's just 3 a.m.
That's late. Oh, this is the first bean with horns and no ears. Wait, I need to make that on a different layer. Fuck.
Anywho, it's better to simulate it. Non-believer. It's my personified. It's the die. I think it's coming along fine.
Also, wait, did someone commission you to draw Shadow Freddy or something?
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Huh. I
What?
think it's time for me to hit the hay. Good Google luck, everyone. Good
Google
night.
luck?
Good night, XT.
Google luck. I will Google my luck.
XYZ if you think Wolf should sleep soon. Trust me, she's not going to till it probably is like fucking 5 a.m.
Wee hee 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 hee. I'm a little quirky. I'm a little funny. I'm a little unstable mentally.
I don't think any of us are, Wolf.
Oh, really?
I mean, you're friends with me. That says a lot.
I mean, you're friends with me, and that's even worse.
You decided to stay. To stay.
No.
So that
No. You decided to
you're the
never.
one like, yeah, I'll give you another chance.
You were the one that. Oh, I will keep bumping into you.
I didn't ask to keep bumping into you.
Well, the fate brought us together.
And look at us now.
I still want to kill you.
Ah, you've said that many times now.
One day I will.
But you know, you love me. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe you don't.
I cannot love you because that's reserved for your girlfriend.
That's reserved for what, huh?
Your girlfriend?
There's platonic love.
What's love?
What is love? Ain't nothing but a hot day. Sorry. Do you support puppeteers or will like them?
What do you mean? Support puppeteers?
I mean, what's wrong with puppeteers unless they're... I don't know. I'm a little confused by that.
Same. Like, what context are we supporting puppeteers? Like, the people that just do puppets, or is some kind of group?
Weird shit.
Huh? I would like for context, please.
Context, so yes, please.
Please. I would like context. Oh, sure.
BMW M4 or Hellcat SRT?
Who? I think I'm too out of date for that. I think I'm too old.
I don't know. I am a puppeteer actually, like puppet dragons. That's what I make. Oh, those are
Ah,
nice.
those. Yeah, I never
Yeah,
got into
those are
them.
cool.
Like, personally, I never seen the appeal, but they're cool. Like, some people make real cool puppets. What I cannot support, however, are fairy. And those that are just acting up. Because normal fairyans, like, they're fine. But once you chase after cars, that's where we draw the line, you know?
I have a few Therian friends, so you know.
Mm.
I'm not bothered by them. I personally, not into that, but I'm going to still support my friends. Just don't
Yeah.
force it onto me, and I don't care.
No, to me, it's just like those kids, you know, that put on a mask and just use it as an excuse to bark at people. Those type of
I don't like those that just
yeah,
like
those are just weird. I'm not talking about the
put on a mask and
biologicals.
just bark at people just
Yeah.
because they clarify they're an animal, and it's like, okay.
Yeah. I don't like when people use it as an excuse to do actions. Just like being a furry doesn't excuse, you know, touching people in a costume.
Mm-hmm. I'll unsubscribe if I don't get news on any new videos that aren't live streams.
But
I mean, it's just up to Wolf. Like, she has her own life. She's not gonna be able to upload shit.
well, goodbye then. Bye bye. Unsubscribe.
Yeah.
I really don't care. I couldn't care less. If you don't want to be here, don't be here. I'm not forcing anybody to be subscribed. Like, bye. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to cry. No, please, don't unsubscribe. I love you. I will do everything for you. No, it's not me. I'm just doing what I want to do. And if people just don't vibe with it, go on your merry way.
The door's over there.
Yeah, the door is over there. I'm not going to cry about it. Like, yeah, it's sad to see my subscribers drop, but come on. What am I, like 12? To be like, no, guys, please.
Please,
No.
please.
I'll give you TNG, please. It's just freaking.
I will stay with you on your channel till I die.
Oh well, and those viewers I love because I love you people. I love the fact that you don't care.
Me as well, says Yas man.
Love you.
She doesn't. I'm joking.
Oh, you piece of sh.
Hee tee hee.
No, that's it. I'm booting you. I'm taking away your mod. You dare
No, I'm
you,
sorry. No,
you dare to insult
no,
my viewers? No,
no. I'm sorry.
no. That's
I'm
it.
sorry.
That's it.
I'm sorry.
Only I can insult my viewers. You got it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Good. Very good, doggy.
Shut up. I'm going to hurt you.
Yeah. Well.
Ooh.
I find it funny
Hmm.
just trying to oh scare a creator into doing something. You know,
Yeah.
like it is quite.
Foxy asked, "What Mustang is that?" And then Sergeant Stupidity asked, "Question: Where do I find commission info?"
Commission info is on my Discord, or I can just put it into my YouTube tab in the community. But yeah, if you join my Discord, I have this chat called Office, and you can find everything there. And if you cannot find it, just contact me, ping me or DM me. I'm free to any messages. I don't discriminate people. I'm not like those creators that are hiding from their communities and you cannot text them, you know. I always have been very open with people, you know.
I can vouch for that.
Shut up, you fucking fan.
I am your friend. I started off as a fan. I went to a friend. You hush.
Me.
I'm Wolf. 7 years. Come on. 7 years.
With breaks.
Well, yeah, but we
I'm
known about each other's
fucking with
existence
you.
for. I
I'm
know we've known about each other's existence for 7 years, but then actually staying as friends 5 years at most.
Well, first, do you want to be friends?
Can we be friends?
Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Jesus
It all started because of that shit, and then I would not stop giving you fan art. Like
my my fucking email was trashed.
That was
Sing-
still hilarious though.
Single-handedly trashed my email.
And the art was so bad too.
It was. And I just
It was
couldn't
so
tell
bad.
you because otherwise you would be like, One Fox hates me. And I did not want that. And then you would stop trying.
I mean, hey, at least now I'm better at art,
I'm
and I
still
can actually
better.
make good shit.
Teehee.
Well, yes, I know you're better. Why do you think that I've told Puff that I feel bad half the time? And I still feel bad to this day.
My ass.
That's what you sound like.
I know.
Ow,
I
ow.
know what I know what I sound like. I know I'm
I will be your friend, German. I don't know you that well, so I can't call you a friend yet. I call someone a friend once I know them for a good decent while.
Same. Especially after the accident.
The accident. What? It's like that one fucking audio. I don't understand very well English, but I try my best.
It's fine. I had to learn on my own as well. You'll get there. The most important part is actually trying.
Put 'em down, as if you won't. I'll break the kid's hands. I also love of how they can hear my fucking
Singing?
No, my keyboard.
Yes. Everybody can hear that. It's so loud.
Whoopsie.
Oopsie whoopsie my ass.
I can't control the
Clickety
sound.
clackety.
Yeah, I can't control that.
I know.
I'm sorry.
Clickety clackety. Something. I don't remember.
Ow, ow,
Ow. Indeed.
ow, ow.
Ow. I don't know what background to give. So, for now, there is no background to give.
What if you just made it look like a magazine cover?
True. That would be actually. We're building up his magazine that it's going to get plastered over every single bookstore.
Yep.
Nice. The bane of existence of everyone around. Eclipse's face on everything. Just everywhere. I know you would love that.
Oh, hush. Such a bad time.
So, you think I might be a good car designer? Now, where's the interior? Yeah.
If I go like this. There we go.
Here's the windshield.
Type German type. I want to draw or practice animating, but my pen needs to charge and I can't find the charger. This is how we stare at Wolfox. Very skinwalker. Is it just me or that can't hear my condition, or I'm hearing more German voice than Wolfox?
Yes, because I am a very quiet person. I know it's my channel, but I usually
Yeah, no, you
don't
are
talk
actually
much.
rather very. Your microphone's actually very quiet.
What the fuck do you mean it's very quiet? Oh my god.
Like, it is very quiet.
Okay, I'm lowering you then. Because I... Give me a moment. Filter.
I need to wait for it to catch up. I'm not hearing anything. Not even my voice now. Oh,
How about now?
I hear myself.
Okay. How about now? Is it a bit better? Is it a bit better? Is it a bit better? I don't know. Because I don't know which way should I toggle it.
Okay, you're a little bit louder.
So it goes this way. Okay. Filter. All the way
Ear rapes,
down.
everybody.
Is it a bit better? Is it a bit better? Better?
It's catching. It's catching.
What do you mean it's quiet?
I am. It's a delay. Yeah, you're still quiet. What the fuck?
God damn it. I don't wanna... But just like...
Just a little more, they said.
There is no more. I would have to scream again. And let me tell you, it's 3:20 a.m. My mom is asleep, and we are at the same floor. Okay, it's a little bit better. I guess I need to sit with my mic next to my face. Is that what you people want?
Jesus fucking.
Now, how do I make it like a cover of a magazine?
You just make it a cover.
Yeah, I'm thinking about design that I want to go for, dummy.
I know.
Don't wanna do this no more.
I don't want to gamble no more. I don't want to do this anymore.
I don't wanna gamble anymore. Fucking jeez.
Jace doesn't want to chase anymore.
Jace doesn't wanna Jace. I wouldn't want to Jace in his place as
Also, I
well.
was seeing that Scout Jet said this is the second stream I've been on in 4 years of being subscribed.
Hello. Welcome, welcome. Ah, fuck. Hope you enjoy.
Fuck sound like ASMR, probably because she has to be really close to her microphone in order for you guys to hear her.
Do you like a little bit of ASMR in your life?
No.
Oh. Now you're just making me sad, darling.
Me.
Like a rock star, look like a star, like a star. I gotta say, I'm quite happy with how this card turned out.
You did very good with the car. Very
Brum
proud.
brum, motherfucker.
Vroom, vroom.
Brum brum.
Whoop, whoop, that's the sound of the police.
Whoop whoop. Sound of the maze.
The most hardest part about doing this bean is the fact that there's no fully colored thing, so I had to just go off the colors that they told me to, and pray to God that I got it right.
Huh?
Because they just gave me a traditional drawing, and it's just sketch. So I'm just like,
Darn. That's no good. Frick.
I don't like ASMR, but okay, I just saw that. I never see a drawing like that. It's beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Scout Jet said Gary's mod while watching the stream is peak comfortably. What's the post he made a while ago? Blackout was literally amazing. I loved it. Blackout map came out.
Very well.
I'm glad it got finished.
Yeah.
Unlike the last one, which
Yeah.
disappointingly was not finished.
Don't speak.
But hey, I'm just glad that I found it funny of how like the last part was just me redoing scenes from your fucking.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was also my test to see if I could do your style in the first place as well,
Yeah.
which didn't go too bad.
Yeah. It went well. Now what should I? It's lacking something.
Of course, there was a few parts where you could tell that it was that it was my art style during that time, but fine.
Yeah.
I'm going to be watching people play games on Discord. See ya, Rosaline.
Goodbye.
Okay. Dwarvish barbarian cat.
What in the D&D?
It's another D&D commission. So this person's character from the same group of people,
Of course.
since they're having a whole D&D campaign, they decided to choose me to fucking
Abuse
do this
them.
shit, I guess. This person, it's a cat that is dwarvish and a barbarian.
Interesting.
So short cat, I'm guessing.
With a beard.
Oh yeah, they said what the description they said can you do a dwarvish barbarian cat? He's orange with a big bushy braided beard, blue eyes. He has a half plate armor with sturdy gambeson underneath, with ornate steel greaves. He carries with him 2 one-handed battle axes at his side, a shield sporting his crest of clan battlehammer on his back, and a large warhammer. Backpack would be nice, but not needed. I'm gonna have so much fun.
Indeed.
So short cat. Okay. Short cat. Short cat with a beard.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's a barbarian, would that make it a little bit muscular then?
Yes.
Short little shit that's buff. Oh my god. It's gonna be like that fucking Logan fucking. I mean, hey, at least it's not Transformer this time.
I suppose, yeah.
not as complicated, just a lot of items, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's D&D. Expected.
Yeah. Hmm. I don't know. I may work in the background later. But for now.
Why are you watching a live stream while at a wedding?
What the fuck? That is a great question. You should be celebrating whoever the frick is getting married. Unless you hate that person, then I guess I'm sorry to them. Hmm. Oh yeah, almost have forgotten.
Okay, you know what? Barbarians, where the fuck are you?
Mm-hmm. Shut up. Second version, no background, save as. Shut up. I know you don't like me, but need to shut up.
Nora said about to play Minecraft. Do I make a hardcore world?
Go for it.
Sure. Challenge. Never Goon said hello. Watch out for a hate troll named Turnil.
Alrighty.
Okay, thanks for the warning.
I mean, I'm ending the stream in a minute anyway, so because
Fair
I'm done
enough.
with it.
It's been going on.
It's been going on
Yeah.
for too long. Anyway, yeah, it's like 6 hours at this point.
Yeah. pretty
Mm.
much.
So yeah, join my Discord, follow the book,
Yes.
I don't know, join my Patreon.
Join the join the Patreon if you wish to support Wolf more. If you wish to still keep contact and see any updates and talk with more people, join her Discord server. If the Discord server doesn't work, I will quickly give the Discord server link because I know that one's outdated and Wolfox here hasn't updated it yet.
I thought I did.
No.
Oh, damn it. I
But
will.
before we end the live, here's a link for anyone who wishes to join. The Shadow Freddy drawing is not done, but it is like
Yeah,
light.
it is in the process of shading. It is shaded.
When's
I
next
need to
stream? Scout Jet said.
I need to highlight it. The next stream, I don't know. I don't plan that. Really.
There's no specific planning
Yeah.
when it comes to streams.
Yup.
I know most of the time, you know, it's either her streaming and everyone else is here, or just other stuff.
Yeah. Today I streamed mostly because of this commission, but of course I got sidetracked. I had
Because someone
Jace.
gave you an idea.
Yeah, somebody gave me an idea, and then I just, you know, I
I
hate.
wasn't expecting you to do a full ass drawing of it.
Me neither. Honestly, me neither. But you know,
I think you liked it too much.
happy little accidents, as they say. You know, happy little accidents.
Happy little accidents, indeed.
Happy-
But yeah,
happy
follow up
little
like the
accidents.
Discord server. You'll be able to find Defected Lullaby there for those who wish to still be updated of when new chapters come out. We will look into getting an audio thing for the first chapter out soon.
We are
Just
very,
our
very,
Puffy is a little.
very.
He's not the greatest when it comes to time.
Yeah, no. But he's great when it comes to voice.
Oh yeah, when he will, I will give a quick heads up when the audio parts of the book comes out. It won't be me doing it. It will be the Britishman, who I think you would like a lot more when it comes to that, as he can actually do voices. So I'm sure you'll all enjoy that greatly.
And yeah, yep, exactly. Oh, dead look.
But yeah, that's pretty sure all that needed to be say. Patreon, very cool. Very, I agree. Definitely check it out if you have money at all, and if not, it's fine. You could still support by still being here. Greater than
Yeah.
nothing.
Yep.
Wolf appreciates everyone.
Yep. I'm very accepting. I am maybe not that talkative, maybe not that communicative. My voice sounds dead 24/7, but I love you all, and I'm happy to have you here.
That's why I'm here.
Okay.
I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Thank you for stealing the spotlight.
I am no,
I'm kidding.
I'm helping.
I know.
Dick.
I know. Good night, everybody. See you next time.
Night. Sweet dreams.
Hope you have the images of me getting blown into pieces in your dreams. Good night.